A side-by-side comparison from making it to eating it.
We're gonna try to do a side-by-side taste test comparison of homemade noodles made with all-purpose regular Sam's or Walmart brand flour as opposed to Semolina flour. We had made some noodles here at the house before and someone had scoffed at us and reminded us that Semolina flour is the best flour and noodles made without it aren't really noodles. And we decided that we don't know if we've ever tasted the difference between something made with Semolina flour and something made with all-purpose flour.
We're first gonna make noodles using all-purpose flour.
We're gonna make it in the bread machine instead of me having to knead it by hand. So this is the first time I've tried this with the bread machine. We're gonna try it with all-purpose flour and we're gonna try it with Semolina flour. For 3 eggs, lightly beaten. These eggs are room temperature. Store-bought, just regular store-bought eggs. Lightly beat those. That seems like a light beating, don't you think? Take your leveler. So level. So smooth.
How many?
It says 2 to 2. The recipe's for, like, you know, on a board, so you can just add. It says 2 to 2.5 cups. So I mean, we should start with like 2, probably 2.25 cups, and then add it in. Keep an eye on it a little bit as it's going. I don't know if you guys have ever kneaded dough for 10 minutes, but you'll work out the sweat. No wonder your Italian grandma had strong hands. Anyways, we're going to start with 2.25 cups. We're going to be prepared to stick another 1/4 cup in there as we go along. Then it says to add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Here's our 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We have our 3 lightly beaten eggs. This is a tablespoon of cool water. Tablespoon of water. This is a tablespoon of oil. Now we're going to put it in the bread machine and let it do its thing. And then it's setting for 10. Setting 10. I'll give it about 5 minutes like this, and I'll come back and scrape down the sides and see if it's too dry or too wet. We'll see what happens. All right, we're going to check and see what it looks like. Ooh, it looks like it's a little dry.
Yeah. Then you check. Need a little more water. How much you add? Just a couple tablespoons.
Dribble. That's 2 tablespoons right there.
Are you added?
Yep.
Did you do that?
No, it's just like I said, I've never tried to make noodles in here before. And I haven't really made that recipe too often. We don't make homemade noodles very much. Not bad, not about 3 tablespoons.
What's that, 1/4 cup? Like you could use a little more, huh? Starting to get it though.
I'm thinking just maybe a little more.
Yeah.
That'll probably get it.
Yeah, because it's looking gummy in the ball.
Just trying to make sure it's not too sticky. Roll it over and get them crumbs mixed in here.
Still a lot easier than kneading for 10 minutes.
You'll break a sweat.
that look like a pasta dough?
You're gonna find out. This is our all-purpose dough that's been turned into apparently pretty sticky.
You don't want it too sticky, they say.
Too sticky. This seems pretty sticky.
Did we add too much water, or did we mess with the gluten?
I don't know.
Yeah. Alright.
We're gonna make noodles. This time we're gonna use semolina flour.
We've never used semolina
We
flour.
had someone criticize our use of all-purpose flour instead of the...
Our noodleios.
Yes, but I'll tell you, semolina flour is much more expensive than all-purpose flour.
Yes. How
So,
much did I forget?
I think it was like $4 for just this, 24 ounces.
And that's almost how much you need.
Yeah. I think we'll have a little bit, but yeah. Here we go.
You might be able to try a pizza crust with it as well.
I don't know if there'll be enough in this bag for that.
Let's see what it does look more like a...
It says it's more like a cornmeal. So yeah, that's what it calls for.
You know, I've got the Knorr's pasta, white cheddar pasta shells, and it did say it was made with semolina flour. Those did.
Did it? It levels up pretty nice with a shake. Like cornmeal does.
Very fine.
Yeah.
Rather than powdery.
Yeah.
Just have more grain.
Yeah, that's a rough.
Is it like more gluten or less gluten?
I think it's more gluten.
Yeah. You're gonna start with 2. You don't even have to use the leveler for that.
You start with 2 1/4, just like I did the last one.
2 1/4. We're gonna use our standard recipe that we have.
2 1/4 cups.
We are doing it in the bread machine instead of kneading it. We're doing it on the knead only thing because you gotta knead it 10 minutes. That's a long time.
You'll break a sweat.
3 eggs.
3 eggs. Lightly beaten, it says. Oh, watch the eggshells. Put that one. No. Teaspoon of salt.
A little salt.
We got half a teaspoon of salt. We have a tablespoon of vegetable oil. Calls for a tablespoon of cold water to start with.
We'll see if we need to adjust as we're kneading.
And then the 3 eggs, lightly beaten. Seat it down in there just right. Let that baby in.
Put it on mode 10 for knead only, or for dough.
We start. Here we go.
Let it begin.
Alright, come check in about 5 minutes. See how that looks. It doesn't look quite as dry as the one.
that we use with just AP flour.
Yeah, but it does look like it needs
A little bit.
just a little bit, doesn't it?
Just to bring it all together some. Maybe a couple drops.
It's about a tablespoon. I'll give that a few minutes. I was thinking when I did this last time, I may have added just a bit because
It's a little sticky.
came out thin and sticky.
Should we smush it together? There we go. It's looking good.
Do some quarters. Get it a bit dusty.
We got it on the fettuccine. This one we only have fettuccine and angel hair. We're doing it on fettuccine number 7. Fat
Well,
noodles. No?
The way it works is you roll it
Oh,
out
that's what you said.
through this part and you get it as thin or as thick as you want it, and then you can transfer it over and make the noodles. But you'll see how. Here we go. I got it on setting number 7 right now.
And that's for this part.
Yep. It's flour down here. You want your stuff getting all smooth. See, it's a little sticky on the sticky side. I have to keep a lot of flour on there.
So when you're making it with semolina, do you not flour or use semolina?
Yes, that's exactly what it says to do. It actually says that on the outside of the package. Okay. Go down to number 6.
Hold them together.
Number 6, down to number 5.
You get it thinner and thinner.
Mm-hmm. And then we decide if that's about the thinness or the thickness that we would like. Which I think it approaches. Maybe one more. What do you think?
Sure.
Alright, we'll go down to number 4 now. I must have skipped one. We'll go to number 3. We'll see what happens. How thick it feels. Well, it got long that time, didn't it? All right, I think that's about enough for that. And we're going to cut that in half. Last time I left them long, I didn't like it. Yeah, it was too long. Now we're going to switch handles. There you go. We're going to go with the fettuccine cut this time. Because that's how you clean it, actually, is with flour. And you bring it up and you start. I guess I could start with the other end.
Oh, we had that last time where it wasn't cutting.
Yeah, it doesn't cut through both layers for whatever reason. It kind of pisses me off. And it says the dust. Oh no, I lost a noodle.
Why didn't it do that?
I don't know why it doesn't. It's weird that it does it on every other one. It's like it's like some part of it, you know, like the design is weird. I don't leave it.
Yeah, that makes for an extra fat linguine.
It does that.
They're still tasty.
Let it dry on paper towels. Okay, next time I'll make it 4 instead of 3. Dummy.
There's our noodles, Brian. The flour noodles.
Yeah. The Semolina one. Let's see how that is. Oh, that came out a lot cleaner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's good. All right, here we go.
Cut it into 4.
Yeah, seems about the right amount to work at the time.
And since this is the Semolina, you dust it with Semolina. You dust the machine and everything.
It runs right through it.
You're having a lot finer.
Well, I mean, the flour, it's coarse. It's just,
But it's not as powdery.
yeah, not nearly as powdery. Get that shaped up a little bit. And set on number
Sort of the
7.
thickness.
Seems a little stiffer.
Oh, yeah. Might be good.
We'll see. We're fixing to do a side-by-side taste test comparison.
That level what?
That's level 6 still. I've been on level 5. I cut into noodles on level 4. But one of them I did level 3. The other 3 I did level 4. So to be fair, I should probably do the same thing here. 1 at level 3 and 3 at level 4. It's a pretty thick noodle. I like thick noodles though.
Easier to handle, huh?
Yeah, it's a lot easier to handle. Yeah, it's a lot easier to handle. Do it all in one piece here. Yikes. Yeah, I lost my orientation.
Oh, you're doing the
Time to make the doodle-yos.
making long ones this time?
Mm-hmm. Yes, mud.
Oh, easier than that.
Much easier to deal with.
I meant cutting them after.
What's that? Well, you know, the other ones were very sticky. These ones are not. So I'm going to try it this way once and try it the next way the other way the next time.
You could, of course, cook them long. We just like them a little shorter.
Gotta spread your noodle.
Now we got them laid out to dry. How long they have to dry?
Well, you don't have to dry them at all, really. They just, you know, you can dry
So
them.
you're
and
ready to
store them.
use them? Okay, we got our comparison noodles that we're gonna do for all-purpose flour noodle and a semolina noodle. So we're gonna boil the water and add kosher salt.
A tablespoon.
That's about a tablespoon of kosher
I got
salt.
a gallon of water.
Tablespoon of kosher salt to the water and bring to a boil. So can you tell which one's flour and which one's semolina? The bottom's flour.
I went ahead and took them all apart.
The one thing with the semolina is that, see how the flour ones, they didn't cut all the way
It's
through.
stiffer.
And the semolina being stiffer, it cut.
It's like it didn't take as much moisture to get it to come together as a
You can see.
as a dough, and it's certainly much less sticky.
We'll have a taste test comparison and see how the texture is as well. Looks like you get a lot more with the semolina, but it's just because those are some fat noodles. Do the flour pasta. Pasta made with all-purpose flour. Doing the whole batch. Looks like a lot of pasta, but maybe not. Only takes what?
Once it comes back to a boil, it's only like a couple minutes.
Yeah. It's you doing the pasta. He's a fat noodle. Do they float when they're done, kind of?
Yeah, test it.
It's a boiling.
Here's the one with the semolina flour. Oh yeah.
Bring it back to a boil.
Nicely now.
There's the flour on the left that he's stirring, and the semolina here. It hasn't come back up to a boil yet. They still feel kind of stiff.
Still feel pretty stiff.
Because they're so thick.
That man makes a thick noodle.
Almost like a mini lasagna. It hasn't come back to a boil, but they rose. I like the size of these better. Makes it almost seem like it'll be hard to cook.
I don't know if it was because these were too dry or if just the flour being of such a finer consistency, the rollers wouldn't cut it.
I do like that it's a lower cost.
Way lower cost.
Calling it good. We're gonna drain. They look like dumplings.
Maybe that's it. I left them too fat. Maybe so. It's a fat ass noodle. You get a fat ass
Should we go
noodle.
ahead and butter and salt them now, or no? We might do something different with them.
No, I'm thinking about it.
Pillowy. We're gonna call it done.
Yep.
Is there a little bit of the water to help loosen up the noodles? There we go. Let's see. Flour. Durum wheat. Semolina.
Like that. That stirred up pretty good, so. Just quick little bowls of buttery noodles with slippery. The durum noodles are more slippery for sure. Get in there, you. Good luck. A tablespoon of butter. Trying to make them the same. A little bit of garlic powder. Shake. Stir them up. Go. These durum noodles are definitely jumpier.
Spicier.
They got more boing. I'm going with the Durham.
Too big a bite. That was good though. Okay, now try the semolina.
A Tina Wiener. That's so soft.
I like the flour one's better. It seemed to hold the flavor more of the butter and the garlic and all.
I don't know.
Semolina might have more of a pasta flavor, but the flour ones hold the flavors better of the toppings. Absorbent.
It's just softer overall. It's just stiffer. And I may have.
And it was like that too, though.
It may
when
have-
you cut them.
Yeah, it was stiffer right from the get-go. That's why it cut into singles better than
What
this
do you
one.
like better?
I don't know if I can tell the difference, to be honest with you. Hardly. You know, I mean,
Simon, let's get a third person.
Simon, yeah, let's take a minute.
Okay, we had 4 of us try it. 2 of us said that they couldn't tell the difference. And 2 of us liked the flour noodles better. We thought they were maybe softer in texture and held the flavors of your toppings more. Like, couldn't even taste the garlic and the butter too much in the other one. So, for the price difference, and since 2 like this, we'll probably stick with the flour.
Semolina flour will be.
Yes. Now we will try the semolina flour for pizzas because it does look like it would be a good pizza crust.
Yeah.
Because it has the gritty. We always put cornmeal on the bottom. But anyhow, if you guys have tried them side by side, or even if you just have a preference, please leave a comment below. We'd appreciate it if you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when we post new videos, and leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you liked about this, if you have any preferences. And enjoy. We're gonna eat some pasta, I think.
You think?